Today I'm going to share some super fun and easy DIY decor ideas using peel and stick wallpaper. Welcome to the Chic Show. I'm so excited to be one of the guest hosts to DIY with Aria and Loli D's Creations Talented Creators playlist today. Be sure and check out their channels in the description box, and don't forget to check out the playlist in the description box as well. So to start with, I'm going to be using one of these composition notebooks that you can get at Dollar Tree or Walmart or anywhere, and one of these peel and stick wallpapers from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to be measuring it a little bit larger than the front cover, and also doing the same for the back. Just to ensure I get a straight line, I'm going to use my paper trimmer to trim the wallpaper. Now I can just remove that back film and place my wallpaper onto the front cover as straight as I can along that edging. And you can pull it up and reposition it quite easily just to get out any wrinkles. And since I did cut this a little bit larger than the cover, I'm going to open it up and snip around the corners so that I can fold those edges in. So that I didn't waste a whole other piece on the back, I went ahead and pieced together these pieces that I had left over for the back cover, and they went together quite nicely, and I don't think anybody would notice that it wasn't all one piece. I'm going to go ahead and make a pen to go along with this notebook, and I've just used, again, just a scrap piece of that wallpaper, and I've cut it to just the right size to go around the pen. I did see someone here on YouTube do this very thing, but I cannot remember who it was. So if you know, leave a comment down below so that I can give them credit. This is a cutting board that I got from Dollar General on clearance, and I'm going to be using two different peel and stick pieces for this project. This wood grain peel and stick is from Dollar Tree, and this other piece is from Dollar General. I have traced around on the back of the wallpaper, and I'm going to cut just a little bit larger than the circle that I've drawn so that I can go back and sand the excess off. Now you can see the wallpaper doesn't go all the way to the top of the circle, but I'm going to put a smaller piece there in just a minute to fill in that spot. Using my finger sander, I'm going to sand around the edge just to remove all that extra paper. I love the saying on this little wallpaper from Dollar General. It is in two pieces, so I'm going to peel off the first part and place it at the top. It is pretty forgiving, so you can pull it up to smooth out any wrinkles. Once I have that in place, I'm going to place the second sticker at the bottom. I wanted to embellish the top of this cutting board just a little bit. So first I'm taking these two little eye hooks and I'm just using some black chalk paint just to make them fit in a little bit better with the colors of the board. Once they were dry, I screwed them into the top of 2 corks. Now I'm just using some jute twine, and I'm going to feed it through the jute twine that's already at the top of the cutting board, and then I'm going to feed it through those eye hooks on the corks. I think this is the perfect little embellishment for the top. This is a little piece that I thrifted, and I'm going to be covering it up with one of these Dollar Tree wallpapers. So I'm just going to measure that out so that I can cover up that center tile part with the wallpaper. I'll also be using some watercolor paper on top of that. Now, using plaster chalk paint by Waverly, I'm going to paint the frame. I'm going to give it 2 good coats. Now that the paint is dry, I'm going to place my wallpaper down on top of that tile. Now I'm going to be tearing this watercolor paper into a square shape, but I don't want it to totally cover up that wallpaper. So it's going to be kind of like a mat. So I'm going to hand tear that because I do want these rough edges. This is a little cameo mold that I got off of Amazon, I believe, and I'm going to be using some air dry clay just to put in that mold, and I'm not looking for perfection here. I did give the mold a good dusting of cornstarch before I placed that air dry clay in there so that it would easily remove. While I let that clay air dry for a few minutes, I'm going to take some of this foam tape and place it on the back of the watercolor paper. I do want this paper to stand out just a little bit. Because the clay is not quite as white as I want it, I am going to go over it with some of that plaster chalk paint. Using a little bit of rub and buff, I'm going to dry brush along the edges and on the top of the cameo to show those details. I'm going to apply some Tight Bond Quick and Thick to the back of the clay and adhere it to the watercolor paper. And lastly, another quick, simple, and easy way to use stick-on paper is to use it as a drawer liner, as I've done here in my desk. I hope that you'll check out the Talented Creators playlist in the description box along with our lovely host channels. I promise you'll find lots of inspiration and a lot of creativity there. If you're interested in watching another one of my videos, I'm going to leave it for you right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.